Overspray all the way over here. We're out here today getting ready to paint a pool slide. So we're going to be testing out a sprayer that I've only used once in my career, probably like 7 years ago, a Titan Flex Spray. We're going to see how it works in this situation, give you my thoughts on the sprayer, afterwards, see if it actually works for this. We're spraying PPG Breakthrough semi-gloss on this slide because everything needs paint. So PPG Breakthrough is a 100% acrylic waterborne enamel. Pretty ideal for this situation, easy to use, being water-based. So we're gonna paint this thing, make it look new again. Masking off, you could brush and roll it if you want, but spraying it's probably gonna give a better finish. Breakthrough dries extremely fast, not ideal for brushing and rolling, better to spray. So you can see it only took me about 10 minutes to mask this thing, so the masking is pretty fast. We're gonna set this flex spray up, get spraying here. There's two heads to the flex spray. You can use a fine finish head or the flex finish head. The flex finish head is recommended for enamels, so we're just gonna set this thing up with the flex spray head because we're using an enamel. Shouldn't have to thin it. It's one of the benefits to a flex spray, possibly. I don't think I would need more in a quart. I think I'd only have to fill it up one time. This Breakthrough dries extremely fast, so one of the reasons why it's not ideal for brushing and rolling, but it's a product that's residential and commercial product. You can use it on floors, so it'll stick to vinyl. I've used it in the past on vinyl doors and stuff stuck amazing. Doesn't need a primer. Just a few things about this thing. You've got the air control knob on the back here. This is going to control the airflow. Material flow is handled right here on this knob right here. Spray pattern is right here. It could be a circular spray pattern or a fan. We're going to be spraying a fan. So I got some cardboard here, set it up and test it out. It's been many years since I've used this thing. It's got a lock feature that locks the filter on. So I think we're ready to go. We're going to fire this thing up and see how it goes. So we got them. I want quite a bit of material on there. I got my material all the way up. Airflow, we got it at 7. Put it at. It's coming out pretty heavy, but we'll. Whoa! Shot overspray all the way over here. Spray pattern, it's coming out pretty heavy. It's coming out pretty heavy, definitely a lot of overspray. I can control the overspray by turning the air down. The atomization is not very great. If I had it to do over again, I think I'd choose the fine finish one. I wanted more material coming out so it will flow and level better, but I didn't want it to dry too fast either. Only used about a half a quart so far. Say if you're concerned about overspray, this is probably not the tool for you. I've got wet overspray at least 10 feet away. Well, it's all sprayed now. Only used about a half a quart. I got it sprayed. Gotta say that thing is, I ain't no wimp, but that thing is pretty heavy. God, it spits like crazy when you first pull the trigger. You know how the air up high enough, it starts spitting really bad. Now I got the air. Doesn't spit as bad, but it takes a little bit for the air to wind up, so it spits before it has time to wind up. Circular pattern. Yeah, I don't know, compared to an airless, there's no way I would ever use this thing. It's crazy. The amount of overspray. An airless sprayer just stippled the paint pretty bad, because once again, it probably would have been a better option if I could have used the fine finish spray, the fine finish head, but it didn't recommend it in the instructions, so I went with the head that it recommended, but the atomization is not very well at all. So to clean this thing, I just took the bottom off, rinsed it all out with water. The intake tube just comes off. Rinse that off. Now I'm going to run some water through it, and then we'll take it apart and clean it once again. It does clean up pretty fast. I do got to get a brush, wire brush, to clean the face of it up right here. I mean, leave this face actually comes off. I believe it does. Inside of it, there's nothing inside of it to clean. There we go. That just kind of snapped off right there. We can clean that. Now this is going to screw off, so it's exposed our cap, so I can clean that cap off. Now my needle and nozzle are going to be behind here, so there's my nozzle I can clean. There's my needle. It's just plastic, so that ain't going to last very long. Nothing like making quality stuff. So I'm gonna clean these parts off, put it back together, be good to go. Sprayed now, masking pull, just cleaning up, just kind of few things, you know, about the product. So I was using an acrylic, 100% waterborne acrylic enamel, and it recommended for enamels to use the head that I used. Now, if I was on a larger project, I probably would have switched over to the other head and used the fine finish head. I wanted to get a lot of product on it once so it would gel out, because I wanted it to be really thick and heavy because it's a slide with semi-gloss. So I wanted it to be slick. So I was concerned that, you know, the fine finish head would put it on, you know, too thin and being breakthrough, that it would dry too fast and it wouldn't gel out and end up, you know, rough. But you know, next time I would probably try a different head. Also, a lot of overspray. If I was using an airless sprayer, I would have never had this amount of overspray. You got to be concerned with the thing when you turn it on, it winds up, and so it's not at full pressure when you first pull the trigger, and so it starts spraying. It definitely spits, so you definitely got to be concerned about spits if you're trying to do something and getting a really fine finish. That's where professional airless sprayers don't have, you know, that, or what we call dead banding, where the pressure goes up and down, you know, as a thing, as the pump is pumping. So, you know, this is a little small unit that isn't running at high PSI, so it's not going to atomize the paint nearly as well. So once I turned it up all the way up, it atomized it better, but definitely not like an airless sprayer. It's heavy, so it gets definitely tiring holding it, using it. It's got a cord, you're kind of dragging around with it. Cleanup was really fast, so I haven't 100% cleaned it up, but it cleans up faster than an airless sprayer. It comes in a kind of a toolbox that it goes into with the heads, with some instructions that are very easy to read. But I'm not sure. I got it like 6 years ago, or even probably longer than that, 6, 7, 8 years ago. I'll look up the price, see how much it cost. You know, a good like Titan 440, it's going to cost you around $1,000, and I'm going to say a Titan 440 is going to be significantly more versatile. It could be, this flex spray could be like a small project, do-it-yourself sprayer. You know, this is definitely not a professional sprayer by any means. So, but I like to test new things out. I like to test new products out using this PPG breakthrough on a pool slide. I've used it before, never on a pool slide. We're gonna see how it performs. So once again, it's an industrial indoor-outdoor product that bonds to a lot of different things, hard to bond to surfaces like vinyl. We've used it on vinyl windows, vinyl doors, works absolutely amazing. But I've got an overspray, wet overspray, because the atomization wasn't very good. I got wet overspray at least 10 feet around this pool. So that's something you definitely want to be concerned with when using this sprayer. Once again, we're going to finish our cleanup and put it back in the case. Come check for any touch-ups on our slide. We took all the water hoses off. We're putting new water hoses, sprayers on the slide, and we'll see how it functions with breakthrough.